Today I'm going to tackle a big topic I've seen people talk about a lot in the comment section, essentially everywhere. And that is, why is SHIB not moving? Or why is SHIB going down? I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts on this matter and also my experience on this matter from my 5 or so years in crypto. Stick around to the end because I doubt you're going to have the same opinion. We'll be giving away $100 to a random subscriber to kickstart their crypto journey. To enter this giveaway, simply like and subscribe and comment your favorite crypto in the comments below. So I've seen a lot of posts with this sort of sentiment on Reddit and also on social media. Be honest, why has SHIB dropped so much lately? I thought we were progressing. It's so low right now, sad face. And while we're here, I'm going to have a look at some of the top comments. Simple, no new buyers. We're doing nothing to cut down on the enormous outstanding supply instead of rewarding ex-SHIB holders with more SHIB. Lack of utility, scarcity, gas fees, focusing too much on other things in the SHIB, and that's sort of the major categories of comments that I'm seeing right now. So I'm going to have a response in essentially two parts, a fundamental part and a technical part. If we look at the big picture here, Shiba Inu is fundamentally still a meme coin that lacks strong utilization. Yes, we have Shiba Swap, which I'll go into that in just a second, but I'm going to make a quick comparison to Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a meme coin as well this year, and that really took off because of really one person, and that is Elon Musk. The potential that Elon Musk can have on a small crypto community or a small cryptocurrency is going to be phenomenal if can be utilized and it can be used for something that is applicable in the real world. In the case of Dogecoin, there was a lot of hope in that Elon could potentially give utilization to the coin, thus driving the prices of Dogecoin up astronomically. And Shiba Inu rode on Dogecoin's success in a sense that you were supposed to be the Dogecoin killer with more utilization, more purpose, and just in general a superior token. A lot of people, psychologically speaking, saw the success of Dogecoin and wanted to experience the same. And they found Shiba Inu and thus invested in Shiba Inu with the hope that Shiba Inu would take off with the technical releases such as Shiba Swap and other utilization purposes that could drive Shiba Inu's success. And when Shiba Swap was released, the price of Shiba Inu hardly moved. And psychologically, it shouldn't, because if you think about it this way, Shiba Swap's release really only affects the Shiba community. So that means outside of the SHIB community and the SHIB ecosystem, it has very little impact. Now, comparatively speaking, I'm going to make a bit of an abstract example is with Dogecoin and Elon Musk and why that drove people so wild. And that is because Elon Musk can bring real world utilization that can impact millions upon millions of people, if not close to a billion people with his influence. Another example will be the recent release of Cardano's smart contract that rivals Ethereum's blockchain. Now, this drove the prices up by, I believe, close to 100%, and that is because this release has a huge impact on a wide variety of people outside of Cardano's ecosystem. Because it solved a real life issue with clogging on the network due to the Ethereum blockchain and also gas fees, and having the Cardano smart contract will encourage people to switch into Cardano, which is providing a solution to a real world problem here. With Shiba Swap, it is also a solution, but it is not so much of a problem given that there are also alternatives out there that are still reasonably good. So by extension, the release of Shiba Swap isn't anything impactful in the sense so that it doesn't really have a big influence outside of the Shiba Swap ecosystem. Yes, it adds utility to Shiba Inu, but also at the same time, there are other alternatives that do just as that. And because of this, I thought it was pretty unlikely for Shiba Inu to rocket after the release of Shiba Swap. Now, adding utilization isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'll talk about why this is actually one of the more important things just after the technical aspect. So this is the one-day chart of Shiba Inu, and in the orange we have the Doge USDT line. So the reason I have the Doge line is essentially because Doge is the leader in the meme coin sector for cryptocurrency. And we can see based on this line alone that SHIB is actually doing marginally better than Doge is currently performing right now. And typically markets that are similar in nature tend to move in a similar way. So if Dogecoin were to go up, also SHIB will go up. If the crypto market were to go up, also SHIB will go up. So it sort of has a cascading effect on the smaller coins based on the market behavior of the bigger assets. So from a technical analysis point of view, why isn't SHIB moving? Well, I'm going to give you my perspective as a trader. And I'm going to tell you how I trade. I trade based on volatility. If I see something moving really quickly, something really volatile, and it's gapping up, there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of hype, I want to jump on that wagon and ride the rocket. That's what I want to do as a trader. I want to ride the rocket with very minimal risk, or rather calculated risk, so that I can take the gains and hop off the rocket once I've made those gains. And that's how I want to behave as a day trader. And if we look at the chart right now, there is very little incentive for me to put money into SHIB. So the first question I will ask myself is, how would I make money working this crypto asset right now? Right now, the very obvious thing to see is that SHIB is going in a sideways channel. I will only be willing to buy SHIB at the bottom support line so that I can capture my profit when SHIB reaches the resistance line, and I will sell, because SHIB hasn't shown to me that you can break above this resistance level. And I can guarantee you most, if not all, traders will think this way upon looking at this particular chart. And also, SHIB hasn't been doing too well in terms of volatility. As traders, you want to see a stock that has a lot of volatility because you want to make money quick and you want to get out. So if you think that all the signs here are negative, then you probably are thinking very incorrectly. And here's why. Now, before we move on, you can support your favorite crypto projects such as SHIB, Ethereum, and more by getting your own physical crypto coin to add to your collection. You can find a link in the description. So in the case of SHIB, I'm actually not day trading SHIB, I'm actually investing in SHIB. So my philosophy and my approach to when to buy SHIB is actually very, very different. Remember how I talked about utilization in the fundamental aspect of this video? Well, this is why it's actually important. Crypto at its very core tries to solve a real life problem. And right now, SHIB is adding utilization to its particular coin to solve various problems that may arise in the crypto environment and in the global financial system. Now, when Elon Musk or another influential figure needs to solve a problem that they're experiencing, they're not going to pick a coin that has close to zero utilization or zero infrastructure built around it. Because what that will mean is they will have to spend money to build the infrastructure to perform their particular task. So that means by having already some utilization implemented within the Shiba ecosystem, we are postured as a candidate for a project that has a big impact on real life application. And comparatively speaking, if we look at the other meme projects out there, Shiba is by far more active and also much more organized than a lot of the meme currencies out there in the crypto market. And as an investor, not a trader, as an investor who puts money on things that you believe is more valuable than it currently is right now, Shiba Inu has met all of the inherent values that could potentially see growth in this particular crypto asset. And although prices have gone down recently for SHIB, I personally see SHIB as a long-term investment, and I've been able to dissociate from the day-to-day volatility that I see in the market. I'm looking to capture an explosive breakout move in the future, which will make these minor fluctuations seem like absolutely insignificant. Now, here's an example that I want to point you guys, and this is my particular experience as well. So over here we have the Dogecoin chart. So Dogecoin from roughly 2014 all the way to 2017, that is a period of 3 years of being completely dormant before we saw the very first spike. Now, the next bit is going to be a little surprising for some of you, because right now at this particular first spike in 2017, Dogecoin isn't even worth half of a cent. And if I were to move this particular graph, you'll see how small this particular first spike is going to be. So we can see this tiny hump is the big spike of 2017 to 2018. Now, from March 2018 to a bit of a volatility in September 2018, all the way to December of 2020, there was almost no action, just purely noise and fluctuation for Dogecoin. So what does this mean, and what does this translate to in terms of SHIB? Well, it's pretty obvious. The amount of fluctuations where you get 10% in 1 month and you lose 10% the following month, or maybe 15% 1 month and down 10% the next month, also known as moving sideways, is essentially going to be a regular pattern you'll experience until the very breaking point where SHIB is going to take off and become a rocket. And no one in the history of trading has been able to time the market perfectly. And it's either you're going to be positioned for a breakout by being in the market, or you're not going to be positioned in the breakout because you're no longer in the market. Because the alternative approach is not by being an investor, it's by being a day trader, where you can only capture a smaller portion, a smaller percentage of the breakout move by only exposing yourself to a shorter period of time on the market. This is actually a topic that I can probably go on for much longer, but those are essentially my main thoughts with regards to why isn't SHIB moving, or why is SHIB going down. Right now, there isn't a big enough catalyst to drive the SHIB prices up astronomically. Because when there is, the price of SHIB would literally be astronomical and not 5 to 10%. We're talking orders of magnitudes of 100%. And that is the event I'm concerned about, not day-to-day fluctuations of 5 to 10%. I want to capture big breakouts where I can get 6 to 20 to 30 times return on my investment for SHIB. And so what can you do to help SHIB? Well, the answer is very simple. Hold. Don't sell, hold. Believe in the project, believe in the future of SHIB, and simply hold the SHIB. That's all you need to do. About 5, maybe 6 years ago now, I bought Ethereum because I was told by a friend that it could be the next big thing. I bought it at roughly $10 and I sold it at $11 thinking that I was very proud of myself making 10% on a small position that I've made in the crypto market. And the funny thing is, after I sold Ethereum, I didn't even really bother to look at the price of Ethereum. So the actual movement and the subsequent rise in Ethereum prices, I was completely oblivious to because I just didn't care about it anymore. Because I didn't think that you would go anywhere because it was going to be a dead project. And ironically speaking, this sale that I was proud to have made 10% profit on was, or is, easily the most regrettable decision I've ever made in my entire crypto career. But anyway, that's in the past. Let me know in the comments how much Ethereum you think I bought. And as always, take care and catch you guys next time.